Now, ma'am is going to start with the explanation. I hope you all have opened your books. So now the topic which we are going to discuss is the Pallavas. Okay, the Pallavas ruled from Kanchi or Kanchipuram. It is near Chennai, underline. The Pallavas, they ruled from Kanchi or Kanchipuram near Chennai. You know about Pulakeshin? He ruled over the Deccan, and King Harshvardhan ruled over your North India. Pulakeshin ruled over the Deccan, and King Harshvardhan ruled over the North India. If I talk about the Pallavas and the Pandyas, so most powerful ruler, the Pallavas and the Pandyas were the most powerful ruler of the South India. Okay, so Pallavas used to rule from Kanchi or Kanchipuram, which was near Chennai, and Pulakeshin was ruling over the Deccan area. King Harshvardhan has conquered your North India. Pallavas and Pandyas, they were the most powerful ruler in South India. So there were two rulers of Pallavas, Mahendra Varman I and Narasimha Varman I. I am not audible. Mahendra Varman I and Narasimha Varman I. So he was the greatest ruler of Pallavas dynasty. Who was your Mahendra Varman I and Narasimha Varman I? They were the greatest rulers of your Pallava dynasty. Now we are going to talk about these rulers only, Mahendra Varman and Narasimha Varman. First, we are going to talk about Mahendra Varman. Okay. Who was Mahendra Varman? So Mahendra Varman ruled from AD 600 to AD 630. He ruled from AD 600 to AD 630. He fought against Pulakeshin II. He fought against your Pulakeshin II, but was defeated. So this Mahendra Varman I, he fought against your Pulakeshin II, but he got defeated. If I talk about Narasimha Varman I, so he ruled from AD 630 to AD 668. So Mahendra Varman I, he fought against Pulakeshin II, but he was defeated. Then Narasimha Varman I came from AD 630 to AD 668. He took the title of Vatapi Konda. Why he took the title of Vatapi Konda, I am telling you, because he defeated a Chalukyan king and he captured his capital Vatapi. He defeated the Chalukyan king and captured his capital Vatapi. So that's why he was known as Vatapi Konda. Vatapi Konda means the conqueror of Vatapi. Vatapi Konda means the conqueror of Vatapi. So now if ma'am talk about Narasimha Varman I, we were talking about him only. He led a successful expedition to Sri Lanka. He went on a journey to Sri Lanka. Narasimha Varman I was having continuously military conflict which weakened the Pallavas. During the time of Narasimha Varman I, military conflict was there between the Pallavas which weakened the Pallavas. By the end of the 9th century, the Cholas defeated them. By the end of 9th century, the Cholas defeated the Pallavas. Now I can ask question that Narasimha Varman went on expedition to Sri Lanka. He was having military conflict. That's why it weakened the Pallavas' power. Okay. By the end of the 9th century, the Cholas defeated them. So Pallava rule came to an end when Cholas defeated them. Pallava's rule came to an end when your Cholas defeated them. The last ruler was Narasimha Varman. If I talk about the art and architecture of the kingdoms, so Hyun Tsang, we have talked about Hyun Tsang. He visited Kanchi, or if I talk about Kanchipuram, underline in AD 642. Yuan the Sang visited Kanchi in AD 642. Yuan the Sang described Pallava country as more than 1,000 miles in an area. He said the Pallava kingdom was more than 1,000 miles in an area. It was spread. So that's why he gave the name Dravida Naidu. He described that Pallava country was more than the 1,000 miles in an area. That's why it is called Dravida Nadu. 100 vihars were there, 10,000 Buddhist monks were there. So Pallava's king were great patron of the sculpture and the architecture. Patron means who gives the financial support. So Pallava king was a great patron of sculptures and architectures at that time. The Pallavas built the beautiful temples. One was your Ratha temple at Mahabalipuram, underline. The Pallavas built your Ratha temple at Mahabalipuram. The Shore temple, it was also at Mahabalipuram. The Shore temple has 3 shrines. Okay. The Shore temple has 3 shrines. So 2 shrines are of Lord Shiva and 1 shrine is of Lord Vishnu. 2 shrines is of Lord Shiva and 1 is of Lord Vishnu. The Kailashnath temple is at Kanchi. Where is the Kailashnath temple? At Kanchi. It was also built by the Pallavas. So Pallavas built your Ratha temple, underline, at Mahabalipuram. The Shore temple at Mahabalipuram. It is having 3 shrines. Okay. 2 are of Lord Shiva and 1 is of Lord Vishnu. Okay. Beta, they are talking about after 642 AD, nearby. So these Pallava king, they were the followers of Jainism. Which religion they were following? Underline. Jainism. Mahendravarman I also became the follower of Jainism. Pallava king were follower of Jainism. So your Mahendravarman I, he also became a follower of Jainism. He became worshipper of Shiva. Mahendravarman I became the worshipper of Shiva. He started worshipping Lord Shiva. He was under influence of Saint Appar. Under the influence of this saint, Appar is the name, he became a worshipper of Lord Shiva. Worship of Vishnu also started by Tamil saint name was Alvars. Worship of Vishnu also started by Tamil saints called Alvars. Bharavi, he was a Sanskrit poet. He invited to the court of a Pallava ruler, underline, Bhairavi, okay, is a Sanskrit poet, invited to the court of Pallava ruler, Simha Vishnu, underline. So Bhairavi was a Sanskrit poet. He was invited to the court of Pallava ruler, name was Simha Vishnu. From AD 575, from AD 575 to AD 600. Dandi is the name, okay. He was author of Kavya Darsha, underline. Dandi is the name. He was the author of Kavya Darsha. He lived in the reign of Narasimha Varman II. He lived in the reign of Narasimha Varman II. Now, if I talk about Bhakti movement, so Nayanar and Alvar saints. So your Bhakti movement was popularized by Nayanar and Alvar saints. Nayanar was devotees of Shiva and Alvar saints were devotees of Vishnu. Underline. Nayanar were devotees of Shiva and Alvar saints were devotees of Vishnu. These saints, Nayanar saints and Alvar saints, they used to travel from place to place. They used to sing hymns in praise of God. These saints used to travel from place to place. They sang hymns or in the praise of God. Hymns means bhajan kirtan. Devotee means a person who worship that particular God. Like we people are devotee. We worship the idols of the God. Next topic is of assemblies. Pallava's inscription mention number of local assemblies. Pallava inscription mention number of local assemblies. Now here it is written underline. Ur is a village assembly. Ur is a village assembly. It is found in many areas where the landowners were not Brahmins. Ur is a village assembly. It is found in that area where your landowners are not Brahmins. And next is your Nagaram. Nagaram means organization of merchants. Nagaram means organization of merchants. These assemblies were controlled by rich and powerful landowners. These assemblies, Ul and Nagaram, were controlled by rich and powerful landowners. These assemblies are functioned from centuries. These assemblies are functioned from centuries. Okay.